Have you ever felt frustrated, wondering why your legs still feel weak, despite eating well, staying active, and doing everything you were told was right? Why do simple things like climbing stairs or getting out of a chair suddenly feel like a challenge? Is it just age catching up to you? Or could something else be silently working against your strength? Here's the surprising truth. Sometimes the problem isn't what you're not doing. It's what you're doing every day, thinking it's healthy. Most older adults make this same mistake. We've all heard that fruits are good for us, but as we age, that advice becomes more complicated. Because while fruits offer nutrients, not all fruits are senior-friendly. Some of the most popular ones, yes, even the ones you've trusted for decades, can quietly contribute to leg weakness, joint pain, and declining mobility. They may look innocent, but they're loaded with natural sugars, acids, and compounds that can inflame your joints, strain your knees, and rob you of your independence. If you've been eating these without a second thought, you're not alone. But today, that changes. Because in this video, you'll learn which fruits may be secretly hurting your strength, and what to eat instead to protect your balance, energy, and freedom as you age. What makes this even more dangerous is how quietly it happens. The damage doesn't strike all at once. It builds up little by little. You might not notice it at first. Just a bit of soreness in your calves, a strange tightness in your thighs, or aching knees after a short walk to the kitchen. And then, one day, standing up feels harder, and walking comes with discomfort you didn't expect. But here's what many seniors don't realize. Some of this pain might be coming from the most unexpected place, your fruit bowl. Yes, even healthy-looking fruits can carry compounds that slowly trigger inflammation, stiffness, or joint pain, especially after 60, when our bodies become more sensitive to these changes. In today's video, we're going to uncover 7 fruits that may be quietly weakening your legs and making everyday movement harder than it needs to be. Once you know what they are, you'll never look at them the same way again. So stay with me, because if your legs have been trying to tell you something, this might be the message they've been waiting for. Before we continue, take a quiet moment to subscribe and tap the bell icon. We share gentle, eye-opening health stories just like this every week, focused on real issues that affect your strength, balance, and independence. And I'd love to hear from you. If this topic feels personal, just type yes in the comments. If not, type no. Your voice helps us know who we're helping most. Now, let's start with the first fruit on our list. It's often praised for fighting inflammation, but it may actually be doing the opposite for seniors. Let's talk about pineapple. Pineapple is sweet, tropical, and juicy. For years, it's been praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits, mainly because of a compound called bromelain. But here's the twist. While pineapple does have benefits, it might be secretly making things worse for older adults. Here's why. Pineapple is full of strong acids and natural sugars, and if you're over 60, your body can't handle those sugars the way it used to. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate and less responsive. When you eat pineapple, those sugars rush into your bloodstream and spike your blood sugar levels. What's the problem with that? Well, those sugar spikes can slowly damage the small blood vessels in your legs, feet, and muscles. And when circulation starts to suffer, your legs stop getting enough oxygen. That's when the problems begin. Pain, swelling, heaviness. After a short walk, your legs feel tired and sore. Getting up makes your knees feel stiff. Your ankles may hurt, even if you've been sitting all day. And it's easy to blame aging, but pineapple may be a part of the problem. And that's just the beginning. Pineapple may be sweet and tropical, but it also has a hidden side. It's highly acidic. And for aging joints, that's a problem. If you already have inflammation or arthritis, eating pineapple can feel like throwing fuel on an already burning fire in your ankles, hips, or knees. Some people even say their legs feel heavier after eating pineapple, almost like their strength is slowly fading. But there's more you need to know. If you take medications, especially blood thinners, pineapple can quietly interfere. That's because of an enzyme it contains called bromelain. It might change how your medication works, making it either too powerful or not effective at all. But here's what's most concerning. Pineapple doesn't cause obvious problems. You won't feel sharp pain or get a clear signal that something's wrong. Instead, it works in the background, little by little, until one day you realize you can't walk, stand, or move quite like you used to. The saddest part: many seniors never suspect that the healthy fruit they've been eating is playing a role in the muscle weakness they notice each year. So, what's the solution? You don't have to cut pineapple out completely, but be mindful. If you've noticed leg pain or swelling, reduce how often you eat it. The effects may be slow, but they're real. Now, if pineapple, famous for its anti-inflammatory benefits, can be this tricky for older legs, what about another popular fruit? One that's soft, sweet, and praised for helping muscles. It might not be what it seems. Let's talk about bananas. Bananas are often seen as a perfect fruit. They're rich in potassium, give you quick energy, and are known to prevent cramps. Sounds great, right? But for seniors, it's more complicated. Bananas contain natural sugars and fast-digesting carbs, which spike your blood sugar quickly. When this happens regularly, your body becomes less responsive to insulin. That leads to poor blood flow, more inflammation, and, you guessed it, pain and heaviness in your legs. You might feel soreness when walking, tightness after meals, or stiffness in your calves. But that's not the whole story. Bananas can also cause fluid retention, especially in people with heart concerns. That extra fluid shows up as stiff joints, swollen feet, and puffy ankles. And because the effects are slow, you don't suspect the fruit. You think it's helping your muscles. Instead, it could be silently draining your strength. The worst part, you won't notice right away. It might take weeks or months before the pain and limited movement become clear. So if your legs often feel heavy, tired, or achy, take a moment to think about the fruits you're eating. Bananas may not be as helpful as they seem. And now, let's talk about something even smaller, yet possibly more harmful: grapes. They're tiny, juicy, and easy to snack on. They're also considered heart-healthy and packed with antioxidants. But for seniors, grapes might be hiding a painful secret. These sweet little fruits contain a type of sugar called fructose. When you eat grapes, that sugar goes straight to your liver, where it's turned into fat and uric acid. If your liver can't process all of it, uric acid builds up in your joints, especially your toes, ankles, and knees. That buildup causes swelling, aching, and even a burning feeling. Have you ever felt a sharp pain in your big toe at night, or tightness in your calves without a clear reason? It might be the grapes. Plus, fructose feeds inflammation in the body. More inflammation means slower movement, stiffer joints, and more discomfort. Grapes are also dangerously easy to overeat. They're small and sweet, so before you know it, you've had 2 or 3 cups and a whole lot of sugar. So while grapes may look innocent, they can slowly chip away at your strength, flexibility, and comfort. If you've been eating grapes regularly and notice swelling or tightness in your legs, don't ignore it. There may be a connection. And now, what about watermelon? Light, juicy, and perfect for hot days, watermelon is the go-to fruit for hydration. But here's what many don't realize. Even though it tastes like water, it can act like sugar. Yes, watermelon has very few calories and is mostly water, but it also has one of the highest glycemic index scores of any fruit. That means it raises your blood sugar quickly, and for seniors, that's something to watch closely. Just like candy, watermelon can cause your blood sugar to spike, and for seniors, that can quietly do damage, especially to your legs. Let me explain how this works. When you eat watermelon, your blood sugar rises quickly. In younger people, the body handles that sugar pretty well by releasing insulin. But as we age, our bodies don't regulate insulin as smoothly. This can lead to more inflammation, especially in areas where blood doesn't flow well, like the legs. That's why you might feel tired in your legs after eating, or notice a dull ache when you take a quick walk. Swelling around the ankles becomes more common. Even climbing stairs can feel like a huge challenge. Watermelon may seem light and harmless, but on the inside, it acts like a sweet trap, slowly draining strength from your legs. Most people eat, a lot of it because it tastes so refreshing. One slice turns into 2 or 3, and with that comes more sugar, more pressure on your body, and more inflammation. It's misleading. You think you're hydrating, but you're actually overloading your blood with sugar. That can hurt your circulation and weaken your legs over time. So ask yourself, is watermelon really helping you stay strong? Or is it making your legs feel more tired, stiff, and sore than they should? If you've been eating watermelon regularly and noticing these changes, it might be time to rethink what's on your plate. Now let's talk about a fruit that's known for boosting immunity and showing up in juice. Breakfast and supplements. Oranges. They're bright, fragrant, and packed with vitamin C. But for seniors, oranges might not be as harmless as they look. The hidden issue. Acid. Oranges are full of citrus acid, and while that's usually fine for younger people, it can be tough on older joints. If you already deal with stiffness, arthritis, or inflammation, that acid can make things worse. You might start noticing tight knees in the morning, hip pain after sitting too long, or swelling in your legs. You may think it's just part of aging, but that daily glass of orange juice might be part of the problem. Here's what's going on. The acid in oranges enters your bloodstream and irritates sensitive joint tissue. Combine that with the fruit's natural sugar, and you get more inflammation, which spreads through your body, especially to your knees, ankles, and calves. That's why every step can feel heavier or more painful. Oranges may not bother younger people, but in seniors, the effects are different. Slower circulation and more fragile joints make the body more sensitive to what you eat. And the hardest part? You think you're helping yourself by eating oranges, but now you know they might be adding to the pain. Let's move on to a fruit that looks clean, green, and healthy. Green apples. They look like the better option, right? They're less sweet than red apples, so people assume they're healthier. But green apples come with 2 hidden problems: malic acid and natural sugar. Let's start with malic acid, the thing that gives green apples their tart flavor. Younger people usually have no problem with it, but as we age, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. That acid can start irritating your stomach lining, and once it's in your bloodstream, it can affect your joints too. Some seniors feel pain in their hips or thighs. Others notice warmth in their feet or tightness in the knees. At first, it's mild. But over time, the acid builds up, and the pain happens more often. Now, what about the sugar? Green apples may not taste as sweet, but they still contain natural sugars. And if your metabolism has slowed down with age, even natural sugar can cause problems. It can lead to blood sugar spikes, which cause your energy to crash and your joints to ache. You may not notice it right away, but over time, eating green apples regularly could make your legs feel more tired, your movements slower, and your joints stiffer. So while green apples might seem like a safe, smart snack, they may not be helping your body the way you think. You might be wondering why your calves feel tired, why leg cramps wake you up at night, or why climbing stairs has become harder lately. Maybe your mornings start with stiffness, or you feel weak when you try to stand up. One tricky part is that green apples, something many think is healthy, are often eaten raw as snacks, even before bed. But they might be quietly making your joints stiffer, your walks harder, and your nights more uncomfortable. Now, if something as simple as an apple can have that effect, what about a richer, sweeter fruit? Let's talk about one of the most loved tropical treats, the mango. Mango, juicy, soft and sweet like candy, is a summer favorite for many. But here's the truth. Mango might be one of the worst fruits for seniors with joint pain and weak legs. Why? Because it's packed with natural sugar. And not just a little. It delivers a big sugar hit that makes your blood sugar spike fast. If you're young and active, your body can usually handle that. But after age 60, your metabolism slows down. When sugar spikes hit, they're followed by crashes. And every time that happens, inflammation builds inside your body, especially around the soft tissues of your knees, hips, and ankles. If you already have nerve problems, you might feel burning in your toes, tingling in your feet, swelling in the evenings, or a heavy feeling in your legs. The thing is, mango feels light and refreshing, so it's easy to eat too much, but your body doesn't care how light it feels. It reacts to the sugar. Over time, that sugar can lead to joint pain, slow walking, and shaky legs. A lot of seniors enjoy mango thinking it's a healthy, natural treat. And yes, it's natural, but that doesn't mean it's safe for aging joints or slower circulation. Now that you've seen the whole picture, you know that 7 popular fruits can actually be risky for people over 60. But here's the good news. There are fruits that do the opposite. They help your body feel stronger. They ease joint pain, reduce swelling, and improve how you move. Let's go over the better options and what you should be eating instead. First, berries. That includes blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and more. These small fruits are packed with antioxidants, low in sugar, and gentle on your blood sugar. They also help blood flow better, especially in your legs. That means less stiffness, easier walking, and less swelling. Next up, cherries. But go easy on them. A small handful can help lower uric acid, which reduces the risk of gout and joint flare-ups. They also help ease burning in the knees and toes. Just don't overdo it. Then we have avocados. Yes, it's a fruit, and one of the best ones you can eat for joint health. Avocados are full of healthy fats that reduce inflammation and help cushion your joints. They also help balance insulin and give you steady energy without sugar crashes. Need something light and easy to digest? Try papaya. It's a soft tropical fruit with enzymes that soothe inflammation and support digestion. It's gentle on the joints and the stomach. Also, don't forget about pears. They're not too sweet, but they give you natural energy without overloading your system. Just pair them with a little fiber or protein to slow digestion and keep you energized longer. Each of these fruits works with your body, not against it. They help you feel better, move better, and live with more ease. They don't cause pain or swelling. They help you take firmer steps, move more smoothly, and wake up feeling stronger. The key isn't to avoid all fruit. It's to choose the right ones for your age. Your body has different needs now than it did 20 years ago. When you pick fruits that match those needs, you'll feel the difference. Let's bring it all together, gently. If you're still here, it means you truly care, and that matters more than you know. You care about staying strong, about moving with ease, about holding on to your independence, not just for today, but for the days still to come. And the beautiful truth is, it's not too late, not even close. Your body may have changed, yes, but it's still listening. Every small step you take, every thoughtful choice you make, whispers to your body, I'm still here, I'm still trying. Those fruits we talked about, they aren't villains, but for your body, at this stage, some are better than others. And learning that, choosing wisely, that's not restriction, that's wisdom. So be kind to yourself. Swap what no longer serves you. Add what lifts you up. One small decision, one quiet morning, one stronger step at a time. Because real change doesn't scream, it hums gently beneath the surface. And if you keep listening, your body will thank you in the most wonderful ways. Less pain, more ease, better sleep, smoother mornings. You're not powerless. You're just getting started, with clarity, courage, and care. Now it's your turn to share with us. What stood out to you today? What small change are you ready to try? Leave a comment below. Your story could be the nudge someone else needs to start their own journey. If this video brought you clarity or gave you something to think about, gently tap that like button. It tells us we're helping. And if you want more insights like this, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a tip that could truly support your health. Type 1 in the comments if this message spoke to you today. or 0 if you're still thinking it over. Every voice matters, including yours. Stay steady. Stay hopeful. And always remember, your legs are your strength, your balance, your freedom. Take care of them, because they carry more than your body. They carry your life.